Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. Today we're going to be making this cute little Frankie French Fry Box. Love it, love it, love it. So let's get started making this little cutie Halloween treat container. So to get started making our super cute little Frankie French Fry Box, what we're going to need, of course, is the Stampin' Up! French Fry die, a Big Shot, cardstock of Old Olive, Basic Black, and Whisper White, and some punches of the small oval 3/4 inch circle punch, 1/2 inch circle punch, fringe scissors, Old Olive ink, a sponge dauber, and our Stampin' Right marker in Basic Black, and a white gel pen, and then some adhesive that's strong. Today I'm going to be using the multi-purpose glue. You could so use your fast fuse or even the red line tape, whatever you're comfortable with, as long as it's a strong adhesive. Let's get started putting it all together. Alrighty, so pretty straightforward. You just die cut out a whole French fry box with your Old Olive. And for my Big Shot, I found that I needed to use the pad mat that goes along with it. I'll have the official name up there. So when I make my sandwich, you know, I have the acrylic plate, the die, the cardstock, and then the cutting pad for that. That way it does a really nice job of scoring the lines. Everybody's Big Shot might be calibrated just a little bit different. If you find when you use your French fry box that this cuts it instead of scoring, then that's when you need that different top plate on it. Okay, so we've got that. And then what I did, and might be a little bit difficult to see in the video or on here with the black on black, but I took a piece of Basic Black cardstock. This is cut at 5.5 by 2.5, and I aligned it to the top part, the larger part of the French fry box, and then took a strip of 5.5 by 1.5 and aligned it to the bottom. That's going to give us the matching pieces for our Frankie here. So we'll die cut that, and actually you'll make 2 of the top part, and when it's all done, you'll get some images that look like this. Once you get these Basic Black sections die cut, what you want to do is take them to your Stampin' trimmer, and what I did is I aligned the points. So when you die cut this out, you'll have it so that this is going to be, you know, the front of our French fry box. If you take the point to your Stampin' trimmer and align it at 1 1/4 inch and trim that down, that's the size that I like. And then with the top part of it, you're going to take it to the trimmer, and it's just going to be slightly, like, you can play around with however you'd like to have it. I have mine approximately at the 2 1/4 inch mark, and again trim it. So those are the sizes to trim down the top and the bottom section of our Frankie hair. Now comes the fun part. We're going to make our Frankie hair. He's going to have this fun little Frankenstein hair, and we're going to get that using our fringe scissors. And I'm going to cut, you know, just however long I want his bangs to be. I'm putting the paper, positioning it towards the, you know, the V part of it to cut. If you wanted to, you could draw a pencil line or something like that to help guide you. I just kind of, you know, do about the same all the way through. And then, unlike this one here, I thought that what we would do is go ahead and continue that fringe look all the way around the back. So on one of the top sections, kind of the head part of it, that's going to be on the back part of the French fry, we'll go ahead and fringe scissor haircut. All of these crazy things that I say, you know, for the back of it. All right, so what we want to do now is these come, you know, when you die cut it, it'll be scored. We'll go ahead and fold our score lines. And I'm just going to hand kind of fold these because it's going to wrap around our box a little bit. So when you do the box, you do want to get your bone folder out and get nice crisp edges on the box. So let's get that done real quickly here. Get nice crisp edges on the flaps. And it's a little hard to do with the, like the swoopy, what do I want to say, like the little curved section. So just with your fingers, you know, kind of reinforce. I'm pinching it, but not like super pinching. Okay, so now we have our little French fry box. This is going to be the face. And so what I want to do is, you know, line this up and kind of get an idea of where his face will be. So for his eyes, I'm using the 3/4 inch circle punch. Punch out 2 of those out of Whisper White, and out of Basic Black we'll need 2 basic black eyeballs. And we're going to get our multi-purpose glue and kind of give this a chance to set up. Just put a little dollop where I'm going to put the eyes. You can do your eyes however you like. I kind of like to put mine so that it looks a little cross-eyed. I don't know why I like that look, but I do. Okay, and then with our white gel pen, we'll go ahead and make some eyeballs. I'm going to make them fairly good size because the nose is going to cover part of it. You might want to let your multi-purpose glue or Tombow dry just a hair. For the sake of the video, I'll go ahead and keep going. And then we're going to do just a little swoosh of a highlight for his eyes. Okay, kind of set that aside and let those dry for a little bit. And then meanwhile, we can punch out of the small oval a nose. And then what I did is I'd like to come around and give a little bit of definition to his face. And so in order to do that, I took the Old Olive ink and a sponge dauber. And I'm going to go everywhere on the crease. So I guess I don't really need to do the top of it. The sides will be hidden, so we don't have to do that. But I just want to go ahead and define Frankie's face a little bit. And go ahead and do the back side of it. Again, for me, it just adds a little bit of definition. Okay, there we go. I'm also going to take his eyes, and I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges of those as well. His poor little eyes, I should have probably done those ahead of time off camera so that it had a little more chance to dry. But you'll get the idea. Ha ha! Just realized that idea. Heard it as soon as I said it. For the eyes, you'll get the idea. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess today. As my mom says, I crack me up. And I do. Gonna go ahead and highlight his nose. Okay, let's position the eyes and kind of see where we would like them and how it falls down with the hair. That looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and keep them right there. Again, I'm going to use the Tombow liquid glue to put those down. And however you like to do your eyes. Some people like to do those, the eyelids with it too. Meaning that, you know, you come down and you make it look like there's an eyelid to it. Okay, so now I'm going to just make sure that that's going to line up, and I'm going to take the liquid glue again, and I'm going to come just on kind of the top part of it here. I don't want to get glue on the fringe part of it. So I'll just make sure I've got a little bit of beading towards the top of my Frankie head. And oh my gosh, how cute is that? And kind of bend it and give it a chance to dry. You will end up with this little bit of section here that isn't covered with the black. That's just due to the nature of the cardstock being on top of the cardstock. We're losing ground when we layer it, and so you will have a little bit of that green showing. Don't let that bother you. Now I'm going to turn it upside down for just a second. And the top part without any fringe, I'm going to line it up on the inside here. So, going to, again, get my Tombow multi-purpose glue. You can use sticky strip, the fast fuse, whatever you're comfortable with using, as long as it's a strong adhesive. And we'll kind of line the inside of the box. And again, kind of give it a little bend. I like the liquid glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room, and I can kind of line up the items. This one had a little booger out of it. I'll trim that up here in just a second. Okay, so now we have the back of Frankie's head. Same thing. We'll go ahead and put a little bit of glue. Goes together really fast, and how stinking cute is our little Frankie face. When I saw the French fry box in the catalog, I knew it was going to be a lot of fun to play with. Okay. And just like before, if you see some of the green, I just make sure that the top part of it's, hidden as much as possible. Okay, so now our hair's on. And let's go ahead and we'll make Frankie's face. Okay, so I've got the Stampin' Right marker. I've got the larger brush, the larger, marker stroke. And let's give Frankie a little scar over here. Kind of just have a little swoop. Make some stitches. Make a little swirly, smiley face on him. And on the nose, let's go ahead and give it a couple little stitches and scars on that one. Once I have the eyes in place, I did take my my sponge dauber and I just kind of made a little cheek on him. And with a Stampin' Dimensional, we'll pop up his nose. So his smile is a little bit hidden on this one, but you understand how that goes. Okay, next what I wanted to do is we're going to go ahead and overlap his hairline here. And if you wanted to, you could come in with your Stampin' trimmer and trim off any of these little extras of green that's showing here on the side, so that when you close it, you don't see that little seam. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now off camera. All right, so now that little trim is out of the road. And again, coming back in with my Tombow, the multi-purpose glue. And then just put the sides together. So cute. With the Tombow, you may have to hold it there for just a couple of seconds. Give the glue time to, set, I guess. Same thing with the other side. Line it up. And kind of pinch it. And you would let that sit for just a little bit. And when you're done, you've got a cute little Frankie face. I used just some candy I had on hand, put it in one of the 4x6 cello bags, and you tuck it in and you're all set for a cute little Halloween party, office treats, or maybe even something for your craft fairs. Thanks for watching, everybody, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.